Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of my great trade geniuses out there. Excuse me. Welcome back to Trade Genius Live. I am your host and the brand ambassador of the Edge Funder prop firm, best prop firm in the world, Trend Genius. And we are in here on a Wednesday. And I said it like that, a Wednesday. How's everybody feeling this morning? Let me just send out one more. All right, cool. Now we ready to go. That's what's up. Ha ha. Who is first on my list? Good morning, Miss Empress. Good morning. Joe Bro, good morning. Felix, good morning. Q, Grand Risings. T. Pruitt, my Atlanta brother, good morning. Sneehall, good morning. Kiara, she said, hey, everything. Kiara said, time to stay accountable and disciplined again. Absolutely. Who we got? Oh, Lorna, good morning. Welcome back. Absolutely. Pivot Point, love it. Good morning. Bodovan, hello, sir. Jerry Jack, a.k.a. Mr. Payout, good morning. Serena, my trusted confidant. Good morning. Good morning. Ibram, good morning. Jennifer McGahee, Bugaloosa, Louisiana in the building. That's right, from that dirty. Grand Risings. Edgar Martinez, Grand Risings. Kaz, Grand Risings, let's go. Mike, good morning. Hella Bands, good morning. Mr. Drifter, good morning. Ant Dog, good morning. I don't even catch the topics until typos until too late. Don't worry about it. I'm reading through all of that. You good. Uh-oh. We got Discipline Royal in the building. I don't know who J Royal is. Discipline Royal, I know that guy. J Royal, I don't know that guy. You already know the vibes. Absolutely. Miss Bossy B. Ooh, hello. How you doing? Welcome. There he is, George Powell in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone feeling this morning? Let me know. One word me in the chat. All right, can't forget about Makita. Makita Solomon in the house. Grand Risings, everyone. That's what's up. Happy to see all y'all. There we go. I like that. Money Making Wednesday. Lexi Star, good morning, good morning. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all know the drill. Let me know how y'all feeling. If we gotta do a temperature check, yeah, let me know. We got 34 viewers. I need 34 one-worders coming at me right now. I want to know how y'all feeling. Good, not good, anxious, not anxious, whatever the case may be. Excited, grateful. Oh, that's what's up, Kiara. Grateful, excited. Mr. Payout said he's good. George Powell said, all right. Wally, good morning. Makita said, feeling blessed. Wawa, morning. She's happy to be here. Happy that you're here. Josh Threats, it's good. Lorna said, great. Josh Threats shot me the salute. Tired like always. Having disability sucks. Sorry to hear that, my man. Wally said, ready to go. Ego Martinez said, good. Serena said, prepared again. You see what I'm saying? That's why she is my trusted confidant. She stays prepared. You know what I mean? She stays prepared. Straight up. Corbs, 2267, good. T. Pruitt, my brother, said, blessed. Miss Bossy said, feeling good. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, we got that temperature check. It's very important. Got a dose of awesomeness. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Lexi Star. Jennifer said, bless. Mike said, ready, set, go. I'm going to fix that if that was a typo. If not, then it's ready, get, go. Either one. I like them both. Q said, energize. That's what's up. That's what's up. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, cool. We got our temperature check. Oh, we still got more coming in. Pivot Point said ready. Joe Bro said fine. Kaz said rested. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so based on that temperature check, everybody seems to be ready to go. Wednesday, middle of the week. We still got a couple of days to, you know what I'm saying? Still got a couple of days to, how would I say, get our accounts back straight if they are not. So we still in the game. Karate 357s, Grand Risings, everyone. Blessed and know it. That's what's up. Mr. Cologne, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, y'all, we got 46 viewers. We got 20 likes. All I ask, y'all know the drill. I always ask, just free likes cost you nothing, just a couple of clicks. If we can get the likes up, that would be amazing. Stephen Brown, good morning. D. Harper, I know you. You're my cousin. Yeah, I know you. I've known you for basically all my life. Yeah, I know you. Now, what's up, cuz? You tapped in with me today, huh? What's up, Soak It Insider? Good morning, running late. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I was wondering, I was like, I don't see Soak in here. If Soak ain't in here, something's wrong. Seriously. And he can even vouch for this. If Soak is not in here, something's wrong. Now, I don't mean something like bad wrong, but I'm saying like something's wrong if he's not in here. Straight up. What's up, Soap? It's my guy right there, man. Soap. All of y'all, man. You know what? I was talking to my cousin Robert yesterday, and he was just asking me about the live stream. And Regina, good morning, good morning. And excuse me. And I was just telling him, man, how gracious everybody is in the community, man. Straight up. What we got? Jason, good morning. At work, trying to multitask. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, my guy. You got to get it in, right? We got to get it in. All right, cool. We got about 7 minutes to market open. We did our temperature check this morning. PT 702FX. Good morning. So let's go ahead and get it. I'm gonna ask one more time, please. If we can get the likes up, that would be amazing. Yeah, man, can't miss my morning meditation. Man, I appreciate you. Y'all energy is what's infectious as well. Tamika, good morning. So we can get the likes up, that would be amazing. We got 53 viewers, 28 likes. All we need is what? 25 more. If we can get the likes up, that'll be amazing. If not, Soak is going to come for you. And probably a lot of other people in the community are going to come for you. Absolutely. And I don't want that to happen. We are a community built on love and graciousness. So I don't want no one coming for you behind likes. But nah, we good. All right, so let's get it going. Chop box format. Aha. See, boy, you see how we've been rocking for a minute. You see how everybody just be this, bop, bop. I love it. All right, so 6 minutes to the open. Let's go ahead and do what we do every morning. First things first, y'all know, let's check news. All right, so Wednesday, 5:30 today, we had core PPI, and we definitely had some volume in on that. That's about it, though, for today. We do have this yellow folder, crude oil. That really doesn't matter unless you trade NG. And we also have FOMC member Collins speaks. No disrespect to FOMC member Collins speaks, but they hold no weight, so we don't even really care about what they have to say. There is a tentative red folder here on the Fed chair nomination vote. So, Alfie, top of the morning, bro. Thanks for tapping in with me, Mr. Alfredo. That's what's up, my brother. Appreciate you here. But yeah, so we have a Fed nomination vote, red folder. Let's see here. That's tentative. It's in between 10:30 and 12:15. So by 10:30, I won't even be in the trade by that time. So I'm not even worrying about that. Miss Bossy laughing. Roly Poly Yoli. Good morning. I like to say your name. For real. Dope. All right. So we got news. Not really nothing going on that we need to be concerned about. All right. So we'll move on. Let's hit the charts. All right. Y'all know how we do. Do our daily bias. And if y'all go back and check the daily biases for like the past couple of weeks, I think they've been like 100 out of 100. Like 100, not 100 out of 100, but like 100%. Like everyone that we checked pretty much did with it. If it was choppy, it was choppy. If it was supposed to be bearish, it was bearish. If it was bullish, it was bullish. Like pretty on point. I mean, it's not always like that, but we're not married to our bias, but definitely it's been holding strong. It's been holding strong. That's why we do it. But looking at this, I think y'all already know where we're going, right? But we're gonna do it anyway because we do have some new folks on the stream, and we want everybody to understand what's going on. So we're gonna do this real quick. We have about 3 minutes and change for the market open, so we're gonna mark out This is overnight session from last night. This is how we get a daily bias of possibly what NQ is going to do during the New York session. So we mark out. Remember, I'm on Pacific Standard Time Zone. I'm in LA. So how I say, correspond your times accordingly. So we mark out 5 to 9. And we mark out 11 to 2 a.m. This is last night's time, as y'all can see. This is where price is now. Y'all can see the time frame. So this is market open from last night, 3 o'clock, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So 5 to 9 and 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. All right, so what are we doing? We're looking to see, this is London's, it's a little cheat code. This is not London's full session. This is not Asia's full session, but this is the time that we mark out to see if London took out Asia highs or Asia lows. So let's identify where is everything at. All right, so this is the beginning of London. So this is London, excuse me, this is the beginning of Asia. This is Asia low right here. This is Asia high. All right, now let's check to see if London took out Asia highs or lows. As we can see, this is Asia high, excuse me, this is London high here. And London did take out in this section, excuse me, time frame, in this particular time frame, London took out Asia highs. So what are we looking? We are looking for the market to be bullish. Now, we're not married to that bias, but we are definitely we definitely use it just as a gauging point. We're not married to the bias. Y'all know that. Just a gauging point, right? All right. So we did that. Let's go ahead and delete the lines off now. We know from our daily bias, price could possibly be bearish, excuse me, be bullish. And there it is. Felix, what'd you say, Felix? Let me go up a little bit. Bullish bias today. Yep, Miss Impress. They have been on point. I know, right, Serena? They have. They have been on point. They have been on point. Hey, shout out to my coach, mentor, and big brother scalp guy, because that's who taught me that. I'm always going to give credit where credit is due. And I use it every day. And y'all know that. Felix said, what area in LA? I'm from Long Beach. You from the LB? I'm in Calabasas, bro. I'm in the San Joaquin Valley. You already know what's up. You know what the valley is. Yep. Expect to move down upon to 29225. 29225 will be somewhere in here. Gotcha. All right, cool. So we have 1 minute, or actually less than, we have seconds before the market opens. So let's see what we get. I'm on the 5 minute. Let me jump to the 1 minute. I don't know if, we do have. Oh, I could have caught that. Y'all did say it was a CB too. I could have caught that. Dang it. I missed it. I got to let it go. Y'all did say CB. And it's not like y'all didn't say it. I mean, let's be honest. Let's see here. It was decent, not as clean as I would like, but it still gave us an idea. This still let us know that what? Price is possibly going to break out. Just looking at all of this, right? And that's exactly what it did. So, I don't know. Serena, we might get DS shorts. Let's see. So we got 2 targets above and we have 2 targets below. All right, so let's see what we get. I'm willing to take a DS short today if it sets up. What we got? D Young, good morning. Heaven, enjoy life. Good morning. I'm going to be working with this plan, so won't be in the comments too much. That's all right, my brother. I appreciate you. Trying to make sure you're logged in and trade copy is ready. Aye, Captain Bottom, sir. Nah, I am. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, as always. Bottom be keeping me on point. And yes, I definitely make sure. You know what, Bottom? You know what's so funny? Because you be on me now, and I appreciate it. It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. Let me say that. Because you be on me, it's like now in my mind, I'm like, oh, did I do this? Did I do that? Because I know Bottom is going to ask. So it's cool. Accountability is important. Accountability is you know what I mean, is very, very, how would I say, advantageous, right? So, well, it just hit that level peak, that 225 broke a little bit below. Man, yeah, this actually, the cleanest part of this chop box was right here. Really like here to here. I don't know, Serena, what you think? Want to rock the DS longs? Let's rock it. Let's see what we get. Let's rock DS longs. All right. Right here. And we're going to sell. All right. I'm going to take these DS longs. My strategy set up. I had market structure shift right here. Then price formed the fair value gap. I placed my limit order right below the fair value gap. What am I doing? I am waiting for price to come back into this fair value gap, pick up these orders, and continue on bearish. So we'll see. And I got a tight stop loss. So stop loss will be, actually, I could use this one as a stop loss here, this previous swing high. I'm going to use this one only because the difference is about 309. And this is 30. So the difference is about 5 points, roughly 20 ticks. So I'm going to use, I'm going to use this as my stop loss. And buy stop. All right, so stop loss is set. Limit order sell is set. My target will be here. And well, I'll wait before I set that up. Let me get tapped into the trade first. Pretty good trade here. Risk is low considering risk reward definitely is on point on this one. It's actually a pretty good one. So let's see. Let's see what we get. I don't know why my hands are sweaty. Made 300 on both TF accounts last night. I'm finally eligible for payouts for both accounts. That's what's up. Shout out to Makita. Yes, I mean shorts. Did I say longs? My bad if I said longs. DS shorts. If I said longs, my bad. But shout out to Makita, man. That's dope. She's finally eligible for payouts for both accounts. That is a great feeling. Just remember this, Makita. Whatever you did to get there, continuously do the same thing. Don't change. Don't get overconfident. And let me say this. I'm not saying that you're doing any of these things. It's just words of advice. Don't get overconfident. Whatever you did to get there, continue to keep doing the exact same things. Hope and pray that you were journaling because it's very, very important to have that data, right? Because that data is very important data for you. Think about it. You got to payouts. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to the eligibility of payouts. You met the threshold. So just remember, continue to keep doing the same thing. Whatever it was that you did, make sure your emotions are in check. Like that's why I was saying I hope and pray that you journaled this because in your journal you should be having, be stating like what your emotions were, all the things that we talk about that we should put in our journal, right? So that journal is, I would say, your cheat code right now. Because however many trades it took you to get here, all of those trades were very important, even the trades that were non-profitable. So just keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that in mind. Other than that, we're gonna let this cook. What we got here? Price is playing with you again. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, you're welcome, Makita. If it would be a SL, it would be take right. I didn't journal and forgot the method, so I'm definitely writing it down now. Yes. Oh, come on, Price. Be nice, Price. I don't know. It's either gonna come back to pick me up or it's going to leave me behind. If price touches this pink level, then that will invalidate my trade, and I will actually cancel this order, and it'll be no trade for me today on that particular strat. Let me hit the 15-minute. I want to see something. Oh, okay, so it looks like we possibly could have a 15-minute banger today. That's dope. Yep. All right, that's cool. I guess price just said, the heck with you, the heck with your with your entry. So, NQ is going to always do what NQ wants to do. But, man, if this would have picked us up, I really, truly believe this would have been a good trade. Yep. But we'll see. We will see. This would be let me see here. All right, so this is the Asia low from last night. Yeah, this is the Asia low from last night. So, all right, well, honestly, I don't think price is going to come back and pick me up. I really, truly believe that. You got your base hit, Wally. That's what's up. Quick scalp shorts done for the day. Nice. Yeah, that's the thing about being a limit order trader. This is what you deal with. All the market order traders, they were able to get in without us, Serena. They're leaving us behind. It's all right. That's all right. This is how this is one way as being a limit order trader. This is how you, I would say, work on your discipline. Because being a limit order trader, you have to work on your discipline, period. So, because you have to sit back and be patient in times like this. And when you set your limit order and price does not come back to tap it, and you're just anxious and you want to jump in, and then you kill your R&R, and it just makes it just an ugly trade with a horrible entry. That's why you got to be disciplined and sit back and just wait. But I truly do believe that this DS is going to leave and hit that daily without me. I truly believe that. You're waiting for the pullback up. Got it. Yeah, Empress, that's what's up. Quick scalp shorts done for the day. Look at that. Look at that. I love when I see that. I look down, it's like, got this, done for the day. Got this, one and done. I'm like, yes. Yes, 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 yes. And Q, you are not fun today. You're really not fun. I know you're going to go down there and hit that. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. I don't even want to look. Just go ahead. Just do your thing. Don't worry about me, NQ. Just go ahead. Don't worry about me and Serena's lonely limit order sitting up here. Don't even worry about that. Just go ahead and hit the daily. I know that's what you want to do. Go ahead. Explain more difference between market versus limit. I do market order, but what's the difference? Market order is when you just actually just press sell or buy. Limit order is when you actually place, like right here, this is my limit order. So this, you actually place it on the chart. The difference is that with a market order, you don't get the best fill with market orders, because when you go to market order in, price is still moving. When I do a limit order, I get my order in, my entry in at the exact price that I want, as you can see, which is going to be this 29,269. So being a limit order trader, the strategies that I trade, they don't require you to be a limit order trader, but they work much better with limit orders. So like if someone was taking this trade with a market order, once this fair value gap was made, right, they would have got in and they would have been somewhere down in here. But look, price came back up. So there'd have been a little bit of drawdown, and then it went back bearish. The thing is with limit orders, it just gives you a more precise entry. Also, too, it helps you control your R&R much, much better. Much better. And you actually get the best fill. Exactly. I'm putting this up there right now. Whatever, NQ. Whatever. Literally, whatever. That's what's up, Serena. Had to put my confidence on NQ. NQ be tripping sometimes, man. But it's all good. We ain't worrying about it either way. But yeah, whatever, NQ. What the 5-0 do last night? Oh, Q. The 5-0 did ridiculous. I closed out at, let me see here. I could tell y'all right now. So 5-0 last night, I think the most it hit was like 5,300. I was asleep. When I woke up, I was like 40-something hundred, like 43, 44. I saw it starting to dip. Uh-oh. Serena. Uh-oh. 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 We may have spoken too soon. NQ said, what? Y'all talking junk about me? Hold on, man. I'm coming back. There's some orders in this fair value gap, so I'm expecting price to get in there, and you know what I mean? But this is what I don't like about this trade. I don't like that price left without us, got super close to this daily, and then went back bullish again. I'm just trying to see what it hit down. What's down here? Okay, not too much. Little consolidation area here on this side. This is what, 6 o'clock yesterday evening. All right, cool. Well, looks like we might get in this, and we're just going to live with the results no matter what happens. So let's see. See if price comes back, picks us up, and then we're good. Yeah, it's coming back, right? So essentially your order is in place till it breaks, right, until price touches it. Felix, yeah, price will touch this, and if it touches it, let me not be overconfident because it seems like we're getting strong rejection off the VWAP in this 50, as you can see. But yeah, once price crosses this line right here, this 29.69 level, it'll tap me. I'll be in the trade at that point. All right, where we at? Okay, thanks for, yeah, absolutely. Life more efficient. You got it. Yeah, I know, right, Chris? Whereas the market order is placed, right. Copy that, Felix. Absolutely. All right, so we're in this trade. All right, let's see what we get. What's going on? Why my copy trader not doing nothing? What happened? What's going on? I got my stuff set correctly. Yeah, I got all my accounts. Boom. What's going on? Oh, this thing tripping. It's all good. Whatever. Sometimes that's how I be with the copy traders, y'all. You put everything in, and guess what? Sometimes it just don't do what it's supposed to do. I see it. Everything's set up though. All right, cool. Whatever. I think all of my accounts are copying. It just, the copy traders are only showing me $4.75, and we know that's incorrect because I'm up 345 at the moment. So I don't know. Let's see. All right. So y'all know how I am. We're gonna let that cook. Y'all know how I rock. I don't like to sit there and watch my trades. Just something that I like to develop the ability to let the trade play out and me just do whatever, because guess what? At this point, let me set my take profit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this here. And let's do this. Let's do buy limit. That'll be my TP. Let's set this at 4. All right. So when price hits here, it'll take 4 contracts. It'll trim my position by 4 contracts. I'll be in on one runner, and I'll just let that one runner run. So that's how I got it set up. So price comes down, taps this line. It'll trim 4 contracts. It'll bank those, and then that one runner will be like a free trade. So we'll see what we get. All right. So let's go ahead and get this mental muscle working. Let me jump in the chat. Do we still want to take it if it pulls back? Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Yeah, because what it did, as you see, it pulled back into that fair value gap. Grab liquidity, believe it's reversing now. I don't know. Serena said, I don't know. Watching 15-minute candle, if closed bearish, we will go back down to the last low. Okay. Read my mind. I'm in. If you turn on Heikin-Ashi candles, you can watch it easier. Yeah, I don't. For me, Heikin-Ashi, put this back so y'all can kind of see, because everybody was asking me about the limit orders. All right, so y'all saw that it hit that, right? So it banked 4 contracts. I'm in on one runner. You can see one runner. So what do? We change this to 1. Confirm that. And then we move my stop loss into profit, basically just below my entry. So now this is a free trade. And let me explain what I mean. So price is going to continue to either run or it'll come back. If this one runner comes back and takes me out, that's cool, because guess what? As you see, there's a little space in between here. So I'll still make some money on the one runner, just enough to pay for the fees. So that's what we do. So we're going to let it run. Yep. You out on DS, that's what's up. I'm going to let this little runner run. Let's see here. 15-minute banger is valid as well. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, yes, it is. We just need a pullback. Got it. That thing's running. All right, cool. So let's get back to the 1 minute. Yeah, that's kind of janky. I don't know what's going on with my trade copier, yo. That's horrible. You see how stuff can just be so blah, but it's all good. I'm not about to sit here and complain about nothing because you know what? I'm still blessed, even if it was on one contract. I mean, yeah, one on one account, but I should have. Right now, I should be up $701. Actually, more than that. I should be up like almost $1,000 in 13 accounts. But I'm just up $1,000 in one account. And Badavan, yes, when I told you that I did do that, I had that set this morning. I've been here at my desk, well, since the 4 o'clock hour, 4 a.m. my time. I've been getting up very early, getting my stuff in. Hey, I want to shout out Thoughts on Tradeify. Hold on. Today's limit order really helped me build my confidence. Thank you, sir, for this call. So thankful to be here. Absolutely, Sneehal. Absolutely. Thoughts on Tradeify? Tradeify is cool. I have 5 100Ks, Miss Empress. Yeah, I have 5 100Ks. Yep. New close and drawdown. Oh, no close and drawdown. Right, exactly. Kiara, you hit 13K. You trade a lot of contracts, but I'm gonna keep my mouth quiet. I'm gonna ask you, Kiara, how many contracts are you trading? And I know you're trading minis. Just a question: why wouldn't you take full profits once it hit full TP? Only because that one runner. Okay, so look at it this way, Empress. I took full profits on the 4, right? On the 4 contracts. So I took full profits there, right? The one. I wanted to leave a little runner. Let me tell you why. There's a lot of liquidity down here. And what do we know about NQ? What does NQ love to do? It loves to take overnight liquidity. It loves to take overnight liquidity. Look at what it's doing. This is Asia low. Look what it's doing. I do believe it's probably going to take some of this. Whether it's going to reverse or not, I'm not sure. But this is what I'll do. Just to keep my bread where it's at, because I think it's going to be reversing here pretty soon, I'm going to just close out my trade. So 1036.50 on that. Fire trade today. That's what's up. And whoever made some bread with me, whoever made some bread with me today, let me see here. What do I want? I want y'all to throw some. Y'all give me some kind of money emojis. Y'all give me the emoji with the tongue hanging out, with the dollar sign on the tongue, with the green tongue. Whoever made money with me, let me throw that in the chat. Throw that in the chat. I was reading something. My bad, y'all. Whoever made money with me today, hit me up with that emoji. Good decision to close your trade. Absolutely. W's in the chat. Okay, Brittany, what Britt said. W's in the chat. We're going to do what Britt said. Britt said W's in the chat. If you took a trade with me, do exactly what Britt said. And Britt, that's what's up, man. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate it. Fire Wednesday. Oh, Kiara, I love it. Definitely taking a payout today. Hella bands, that's what's up. Good bang. Where we at? I went too far down. Seems like limit orders are the move for sure. Good decision to close your trade. Yeah, Pete, you know why I closed it? Because, look, this would be a true liquidity sweep, right? If price got all the way down here. But once it hit here, I'm like, and I see it reversing a little bit. I was like, you know what? I'll just close out here. Either way, I'm still killing it, right? So, doesn't really matter either way. So, but I definitely know the characteristics of NQ. Y'all know what it does. It likes to go and take overnight liquidity and then possibly go in another direction. Because remember, there is a lot of liquidity down here because just think about all the buyers that bought last night. Think about the ones that got in down here that were still holding, right? So we know it's a lot of stop losses down here because there's a lot of buys last night. Let me scrunch my screen up so y'all can see what I'm saying. So just think market opened here, right? Went bearish, hit this little level, and then took off. We know for a fact there were a lot of buyers in. So that means we know there's a lot of stop losses in this area. So to err on the side of caution, I just went ahead and just close it out and just make that little extra bread. I could have let the runner run, right? And if it hit my stop loss, then I probably would only made about 40, 50 bucks on it, but it is what it is. Let's see here what we got. Oh, there we go. There it is. I love it. 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 I see y'all. I see y'all. Hella bands. That boy you put 5 W's. He put tons of W's in. I love it. Terry Jack, Q, everybody. Took it to the daily. 500 on 2 accounts. That's what's up, Serena. Wally made some bread. He put W's. Simone made some bread. W's. That's what's up. Sometimes you take the risk, then sit back like, what did I do? Needed that win today. Closing the charts for today. Absolutely, Britt. I'm going to put that up too. This should be everybody right now. You saw what Brittany said. Needed that win today. Closing the charts for today. Right? That's what we do. We are one and done. One and done. So everybody should be, you know what I'm saying? Closing the chart. So let me show y'all. I'm going to raise this up. I'm going to raise my little screen up a little bit. So I'm going to show y'all what I'm about to do. Bob, do this, and do that. And I am logged out of my accounts. And we keep our charts up so we can get our characteristic repetition of the ticker that we trade. All right, there's 20 people in the chat that hasn't liked up, 60 viewers, 40 likes. All right, they're going to come for y'all. They're going to come for y'all. Let's get, if y'all don't mind, can we please get the likes up? That's all I ask. 39, we have 39 likes and we have 56 viewers, actually 57 viewers. If we can just get the likes up, that would be amazing. All we need is 28 more and we are good to go. He said, oh goodness, there's something going on over here. Hold on, let me see, check something. Guess, yeah, there was. Shaking my head. My stupid computer rebooted last night and reset my dang data lines to the previous day. Cool. Woo! Yo, I thought I had, yeah, okay. Say no more. And this is for Serena. It's for everybody, but it's for Serena because she called it out. Yep. That one. Not that one. That one. Nope. Yes. All right, y'all know that's what we do, right? That's our little thing that we do. We shut it down. We are done for the day. You made bread, you are done. No sense to go back into the market and give it back. We do not give any bread back to the market. Remember, we hella stingy, and I say it that way. We hella stingy, and we selfish when it comes to how we treat the market. We treat the market respectfully with no respect, if y'all understand what I'm saying. We come to get our bread, and we move on, and we ain't giving it back to you. So there it is. And that's what's up. So let's go home and get the mental muscle. We done made our money for the day, right? Makes our day a lot easier. So let's get into it. Question of the day today is, dang it, I be wanting to do a drum roll tomorrow, y'all. Drum roll tomorrow. I be wanting to do the drum roll. Drum roll tomorrow for sure. All right, question of the day today is, are you trading a level or trading movement? Are you trading a level or trading movement? Think about that. Think about that. Think about what we're talking about here. Think about where we're going, because everybody on here, I would say, is pretty darn on it when it comes to these question of the days. And I've been noticing how much y'all been like on it when we're doing these. And that just lets me know that this mental repetition that we do every single day, every single trading day, is paying off. Straight up. And I know you guys know that it is, because I know you guys seen probably a lot of improvement in your trading psychology, which is definitely helping you in your trading game. So are you trading a level or trading movement? So let's talk about that. So think about this. Levels, what do they define? Levels define probability, right? Just think about the trade that we took. Levels define probability. Movement creates emotion. Think about that. If you're trading a level, then that trade is based on confirmation, it's based on discipline, it's based on high probability. That's what we want in all of our trades, right? Now, movement is just us seeing a candle spiking up, spiking down. It does create emotion, because let's be honest. Every time any one of us have seen the candle move, or we're doing something looking away, and we look back and we see a long candle, we're like, whoa, what's going on? What happened? It does. Movement creates emotion. And unfortunately, that's not good. Because we don't exercise any emotion in our trading at all. You know, we get a trade. Think about this. When a trade went against us the other day, what was I like? I was like, cool, whatever, no problem. Take it on the chin. You know what I mean? Move forward. We won the day. We weren't in here fist pumping. Yeah, I had y'all put W's in the chat, stuff like that, but no one's in here like running around the house. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Like, we don't do that. We don't do that. We take our win. We're like, nice win for the day, and we move on. It's just that simple. We don't get too high. We don't get too low. We don't celebrate wins. We just say, good job. But we're not going to celebrate our wins. We could celebrate our payouts. That's much better, because emotions don't hurt there. We can celebrate those payouts. So when we think about this question, being the fact that we know movement creates emotion, one thing that you should keep in mind is that if you see price doing something and you react to it, you're like, whoa, what's going on there? You automatically know you are not entering a trade. Just by your reaction, you already know you're not entering a trade, because that trade will be based on emotion and not based on probability, meaning levels, meaning the proper setup, discipline, checking off all your boxes. Remember how we always talk about auditing ourselves before we take a trade, right? Checking the R&R like we did today. You know, those kinds of things. You know, our R&R was really good today. Risk was very low. Reward was much greater. I don't know what the R&R is. Serena, if you can for me, my trusted confidant. Could you check the R&R for me and just shoot it in the comment section, please? Thank you. I appreciate you. To avoid trading movement, exercise, set it and forget it. Absolutely. Absolutely. To avoid trading movement, exercise, set it and forget it. Very, very true. Very, very, very great point. And that's not even one of my talking points, but that's a very great talking point and a very great way to look at it to keep us in check, right? Keep our emotions in check. Period. So we already know, I'm not going to even ask if you're going to trade level or movement, because we already know we're trading levels. We're going to be placing trades and taking entries that's going to give us higher probability. It's going to exercise discipline. It's going to check off all of our boxes, meaning all the steps you need for your strategy, as well as it's going to give us a good R&R, period. So that's what's important. That's what, are you trading a level or trading movement? That's what that question is about. So remember, these questions and these tips of the days are what we do to, how would I say, audit ourselves, right? And just to also, it's a repetitive psychology exercise as well, to make sure that we always know that we are always never trading movement. That's basically the thing. Never trading movement. So, all right. So any questions on that? Let me know. We can move to tip of the day today, but I'll wait to see if anyone has any questions on that one. I think that was pretty self-explanatory. I want to shout out. I got a confidant, another confidant in the chat. I want to shout out Maris. I think Maris is in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if you're in the chat. I know you quiet and shy and all of that stuff, which is cool. Give me a thumbs up if you in the chat, though, if you joined us today. All right, we got 54 viewers, 43 likes. We just need to get 11 more likes, and that'll be amazing. We want our likes always to match our likes always match our viewers. Why do you take entries on the 1 minute? Because Josh, that is the way my strategies work. They all work on the let me see here. All of the strategies I take are on the 1 minute except two. Of course, you guys know that 5-0 evening strategy, that's on the 5 minute, and then the 15-minute bangers on the 15 minute. But all of my entries for my other strategies are on the 1 minute. So the reason why I do that, Josh, because that's how I was taught. That's how my mentor actually trades. And you know, you totally know I have adapted his style. So that is pretty much why I trade on the 1 minute. If that makes it a little bit easier. All right, so Serena got it up for us. Let's see here. DS for R&R was 2.67. Very, very good. 393 ticks. Amazing. Amazing. That's definitely good. What you got, Britt? Britt says, setting and forgetting has been the hardest for me to do consistently. Yeah, it does. It's something that does take time. I'll be honest. I would never, if I told y'all that I was setting it and forget it when I first started trading, that would be a bold-faced lie. Like, that took me every bit of, I don't know. Let me just say this. I don't know when it was, but I can tell you this. It was a long time. Literally like a year long, 11 months long, 10 months long, something like that. And I'm guessing, but I know it took a long time. And it may have, I would say, close to a year, literally close to a year. And then even during that time, there were times where I would place a trade and notice, like, yo, what are you doing? I would have to check myself, like, what are you doing? Why are you hovering over the monitor? Like, bro, go do something else. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, and there's times where, you have to check yourself, because honestly, us watching the candles, when you're not that experienced like we are, meaning like when you don't have 5-10 years in, you know what I mean? It's you still kind of fall back into those old habits. It's just human nature. That's why we do questions of the day. That's why we do tip of the day. That's why we're in here every day with our repetitive, you know what I'm saying, learning, and our the repetitive way that we show up on the charts. Because what are we trying to do? We're trying to build a regimented system that we follow every day. And you guys know that takes time to do that, especially in trading. It's not like we're exercising, right? It's a little bit different. Because it's trading, there's so many things involved. Man, we have, so many things that can take us off track. So we always have to be policing and auditing ourselves, checking our emotions, and making sure that we're following our rules and following our strategy steps and the setups. Like, it's a lot, but we definitely can do it. We know it can be done. We just have to work at it every day and get good at it. Where we are. Did a 15-minute banger play out? It did. Let me get there, but it left without us. It went 1-1 without us. So let me get there. So let's see here. 5:30. Oh, no. We actually got a setup on it. There was a setup on it. What you would have done, you would have waited for this drawdown candle right here, right? Let me see here. Let me do it this way. Let me see, 35, 40, 45. Okay. So what we would have done, you would have actually waited for a drawdown on a 5 minute, and then you could have possibly placed your entry. It would have been right here at the bottom of this candle. It would have preferably been after this, because me personally, when I take the 15-minute banger, I like for it to go and draw down, and then I place my entry, and then let it pick me up on the way down, and it hit 1-1. So if you took it today, it definitely was a valid trade, and it also hit too. So that's for you, Miss Empress. Really appreciate this live group. I am learning a lot. That's what's up. That is the whole point. Question, after the 7 trading days on the 25K account, how much is my max TP? It stays the same. It stays the same. Yep. It stays the same. It stays whatever it is. Whatever Whatever it is initially, it stays. Yep. Any questions about what we were discussing initially? If not, we're going to get into tip of the day. What we got? Yeah, technically you could enter right now. Aha. No, not right now, J Royal. Right now? What do you mean? Let me see. Yeah, it would have hit around the time we got the pool. Oh, gotcha. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct. Mr. Discipline Royal. Not J Royal. I need you to change your name, sir. I need you to change your name to Discipline Royal. Seriously, bro. You can only, moving forward, you can only enter the chat if the name says Discipline Royal. If it does not say Discipline Royal, you cannot, you're prohibited, sir, from entering the chat. I'm only entering on the 1 minute. I heard that. That's what's up. So yes, LOL, I can. I'm verified. Yes, yes, King Jason. Absolutely. So 300, whatever it is, it stays that. Remember, the consistency rule always stays the same. It never changes. Can you show this setup and why it was valid? Wally, absolutely, my brother. Wally, my guy, that's my guy right there. Absolutely, my brother. You know, you ask and you shall receive. Okay, so let me give you my thinking behind this. All right. This is why we're never married to the bias. So let me get the screen share. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all my thinking. All right, so let me go here, squinch this up so y'all can see. All right, so this right here is overnight, last night, right? First of all, let me show you something else, because I'm gonna tell you what my thinking. Let me put it on 5 minutes just so I can kind of knock some of these candles down. All right, so look, this was, what was this, last Thursday, right? So look, price went crazy bullish, right? Kind of zoned out, right? It's about 4 days now. Look what price did. Price came all the way back down, right here, right? And then price went back up again. Now, my thinking was this. I know that there's a lot of liquidity down here. Number one, speaking from today, because this was overnight right here. From here to here was overnight. I know there was a lot of liquidity down here. Even though our overnight bias said price will be bullish, remember, we're not married to that, because there's other factors, at least there's things that I look at that can supersede that for me. Now, I know I was looking at this from the past couple of days. I was like, wow, we had this huge circle came down, and look, it's going back up. It formed a double top. Now, y'all know I don't trade candle patterns, right? But I do respect them and I do pay attention to them. I just don't take trades off of them. I use them as a confluence for my strategies. Now, so I'm seeing this, and then I'm seeing it go back up, and I'm like, okay, hold on. When I woke up this morning, I woke up to this. I woke up somewhere in here, because this up here, this high, this is when that 5-0 hit about 5 bands, 52, 53, whatever it was. I woke up somewhere around in here. I'll tell you, I woke up around, well, I was up in the 3 o'clock time, but I came down to my desk like 4 something. So right around in here is where I closed my trade out. I think I was up like 4,300 in 5 accounts. In 5 accounts. So now I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, the market opened in between these targets. Y'all know my pink lines are my targets. I will always have 4 targets. Y'all know that because this is the open, high, low close of the previous day's candle, right? So I'm factoring that in. Okay. So I know that what? Price already touched all of this up here, right? Also, we have a ton of liquidity down here. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, this is, let me go to 1 minute now. This is where our market opened, right? 6:30. I saw some consolidation. Yeah, actually, I was calling it out. Kaz called it out. A few of y'all called it out. Empress called it out. A few of y'all called out the CB, right? Now, it wasn't as clean, but this would truly be a clean CB. The rest of it is really just like a consolidation area, right? So when I saw price break that, my mind immediately went back to this. Immediately went back to this move, the way this looks right here. And I'm like, okay. Because I know the characteristics of NQ, I know NQ loves to go back to places that it touched. Now, it's another thing. When you have a double top, one of the indicators, this is a little cheat code, something I learned. Double top or double bottom. Being that this is a double top, you see how the second part of this top is lower than this first part? That's almost a clear indication that price is going to be bullish. Literally. Go back on your charts and just go scan your charts. You can go back as many days you want, months, weeks, years, and you'll notice that. On a double top, when the second portion of the top is lower than the first portion of top that it made, price will tend to be bullish. Same thing on a double bottom. On a double bottom, when the second part of the bottom is higher, meaning, let me explain, and I'll jump back in. So when we have something like this, like this double bottom right here, when you see on a double bottom where this is a little bit higher, the second part of the bottom is higher than the first, go back and check on your charts. Seriously, you can fact check me. You'll notice price will tend to be more bullish versus it being like that. Just something that I've come to notice. I told y'all I've been watching NQ for over 2 years. I've paid attention to a lot of patterns and a lot of characteristics. Something that I've noticed. So we're going to delete that. With that said, the point I'm trying to make is, I'm just trying to put y'all in my brain. So I see that, right? I'm like, okay, double top. Also, price is kind of doing exactly what it did. So just looking at this, in my mind, what would I think? I would think, based on what I'm looking at the full story, right? We're looking at the story. The story that I'm seeing here is that price, to me, looks like it's going to do the same thing that it did. I mean, it's going to come back down here. How far down? I don't know. But I truly believe that it's going to do the same thing. Now, I had looked at all of this before today. So when we got here, when I woke up this morning, I'm like, oh, double top. I'm like, oh, it's a little bit lower than this one. I'm like, okay, I know I can see that our overnight bias is telling us that price is going to be bullish, but it may go bearish. So what was my next thing? I'm looking at like, okay, where's price at when market open? Price in between my two targets, right? Being that, that's why I tell y'all you never be married to the bias. Being that I'm looking at the story, right? The whole full circle, the double top, I'm like, okay, if I get, being that price is here, and I'm like, okay, that means price is going to open somewhere around here because this is the time that price was moving, right? So I'm like, okay, if price gives me this DS short, I'm taking it. I'm taking it because of all the things that I just explained to you guys. That was my way of thinking. And the other thing too is I had a target right here. So the second part of that for my runner was, okay, this is the open. This was Asia low last night. I know that NQ, one of the characteristics, NQ loves to come down and take overnight liquidity. So my runner was for that purpose. When I seen it hit here and it started and it made this even, give y'all another characteristic about NQ. When I saw this candle be exactly even to this one, I mean, practically dang near the same, right? Almost the same. When I saw that, I'm gonna tell y'all this, one of the characteristics of NQ, when NQ is going to reverse, once again, you can fact check me on this. Go back in your charts and just go look for these. When you notice when NQ does a lot of reversing, especially like this, that candle that reverses, it's always almost identical to the candle next to it, meaning like where they both stop and start, like both of their lows and both of their candle bodies. They're like almost identical. So when I saw that, I'm looking at that. Once again, I'm putting y'all in my brain. And I'm also understanding that another characteristic of NQ, it loves to come down here, take the overnight liquidity. I was like, you know what? When I saw that, that's why I exited my trade. So to give you like a whole reason of why I traded what I traded and the reason why I took that trade, that's the reason why I took it. Now let's just get into the trade itself. So that was my reasoning behind taking it. Now let's talk about the actual setup. The setup was this. This was our at 6:30, this was our present swing low. We had market structure shift, meaning we had a candle break below the previous swing low towards my target, which is this pink line. So that's the first step in this strategy. The second is waiting for a fair value gap to form. The fair value gap formed. Once this candle right here closed and the fair value gap formed, I placed my limit order. As y'all saw, my limit order was right here. Let me change this to red. My limit order was right here. And what did I do? Price came up, messed around. What did I do? I waited for price. I was patient, right? That's all. We got to be patient. I was talking all that mess. Me and Serena was talking crazy to NQ about, yeah, whatever. You about to leave us. We don't care. We don't like you. Well, we do like you, NQ, but you know what I'm saying. we were talking junk. Lo and behold, that's why we never ever want to have predictions, right? Lo and behold, price came back into this fair value gap, and which is a part of my strategy, tapped me in, and then continued on. Hit TP, I trimmed my position right here, 4 contracts. I went in with 5 micros, trimmed my position here, 4 contracts, and I let one run. The reason why someone asked me, well, why wouldn't you put it here? I'm going to tell you why. It's all the things that go through my brain. When I saw price come down right here and go back up, and it came back here again, I know what the characteristics of NQ, it's a possibility it may hit this and possibly go back up again, because NQ loves to go back to areas that it touched. So with me keeping that in mind, I said, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to trim my position right here in the event NQ comes down and goes back up, and I'll leave one runner. So what that will do for me is that will give me the opportunity to, 1, bank 4 contracts, and those 4 contracts are banked, they're safe. I made my bread for the day, I'm good. I let one runner run, and y'all saw I moved my stop loss down below my entry. So what does that do? That allows that runner to run, and if price comes back to take me out, I still left a little bit of money there to pay for the fees for that last contract. And that was my ideology on taking this trade. So let me get back. Let me go in here. All right, Wally. Hopefully, Wally, if there's any more questions, hit me up. Hopefully that for Wally and for everyone else, that gave you like the true breakdown on, I put you in my brain, what I was thinking, why I did what I did. And remember, I told you, we are never married to the bias. Today is a good example of that. Never married to the bias. And the bias is not foolproof. It's just an idea. It's just a, how would I say, something just to think about. Now, let me get in here. Can you explain the TF account promo? Excuse me. For what, Q? When you say account promo, I don't think there's an account promo. I think what we did was, if y'all don't know, we are now back to the no max loss and no daily loss limit accounts on TEF. And it's not even a promotion. It's there now. So they brought it back. There's no expiration date. I think that I'm assuming it's here to stay. Now, I haven't got the word from the co-founders and my brothers, but it's here to stay. So from my understanding, it's here to stay. But actually, let me not even say that, because they didn't tell me that. I would say right now, because nothing was said, so let's look at it this way. It's temporary. Let's just look at it that way. It's temporary at the moment. Now, there is no expiration date on it, but we do know that it's temporary. So let's just look at it that way. Until I get confirmation, then I'll say that, because I definitely don't want to talk out of turn. All right. Wait. Double back, my ninja. Damn, Trend. Woke up to like 20K like it was nothing. Right. Exactly. Exactly. It was 45, 45, 45, 9, 9, 18. Yeah. A little over 20. Yes, I meant bearish. If I said bullish, I meant bearish. Whatever Serena corrected me on, yes. On the double top, second part, lower price tends to be bearish. Yes, I'm sorry if I said bullish, but yes, that's correct. Trend, did you say on the M5, when the left top is higher than the right, the top will, I'm sorry, y'all, if I confuse y'all. Dang it. Let me just run through that again, because I definitely want to make sure that I do this correctly. So what I was saying about that, if I said this incorrectly, when the second part of the double top tends to be a little bit lower than the first, that creates a strong bullish sentiment, is what I'm saying. Strong bearish sentiment. I'll get it right, y'all, at some point. So I'm going to say it again. When you have a double top, if the second part of double top is a little bit lower than the first part, that means strong bearish sentiment. My apologies if I said bullish. It means strong bearish sentiment. And if you have a double bottom like this, oh, I want to play with me. All right, cool. Like this, like that. This would be strong bullish sentiment. If you had a double bottom like this, what's not really that strong, if it's like this, or if it's below. Something that I just learned from the characteristics of watching NQ, and just also understanding candlestick patterns. But if it's above it like that, if you have it like this, that is strong bullish sentiment. If you have a double top like this, and this is a little bit lower, you have strong bearish sentiment. So sorry if I confuse y'all. Sometimes I'll be talking a little too fast, but yeah. All right, let's get back in. NQ told us, yes. How do I identify the value gaps? Okay, so it's an indicator. Let me get the indicator for you, Lorna. It'll be this one right here. Where are we at? FVG Nephew Sam. So go up here, hit indicators. This box will pop up. In this search bar, type in FVG, which stands for fair value gap. And there'll be a bunch of them that'll pop up in the list. You want to select this one, Nephew Sam. As soon as you click it, it'll automatically be on your chart up here. It'll be right in here. And that's how you can identify your fair value gaps. All right, what we got? Saving this video. It was nice entering your trading brain. Thank you. You're welcome, Wally. No problem. It's FEG indicator. Yep. Thank you, Bodovan. Can you explain the fair value gap? Bearish 2, LOL, LOA. Yeah, I can explain it for you, Lauren. That's no problem. Sneehall, the CB broke above the, then shouldn't it buy? Wait. For CB, the price broke above, then shouldn't it be a buy trade around 925? The CB broke above. Let's see here. The CB. Well, let me say this. It was really more of a consolidation area. Let me explain on this. You see how this is out of this box? That's what makes this not really that. It doesn't make it clean. It's not a clean chop box. This would be a clean chop box. Let me open this up some so y'all can see. This is a clean chop box right here. You see alternating candles. You see that they're pretty much the same sizes, give or take, but that's a clean chop box. What will be an ideal chop box would be this right here. This is an ideal chop box right here. Right here. See how the candles are Bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. They're pretty much the same size bodies, little wicking out here and there. This is a very clean chop box. That's what a clean chop box would look like. This right here, we would just call it a consolidation area. Because as you can see, price is consolidating in this area. It broke out and kind of came back in, and then it broke below. So not really the cleanest chop box, but more or less a consolidation zone. But still, everyone who identified that, you're not wrong. Let me make sure I make that clear. You were not wrong if you said CB, because I know a lot of y'all don't just have to understand like what a clean CB is, but you're still right on it, because chop box just means consolidation. Just to let you know that it just means consolidation. But I had a chance to show y'all what will be clean and what would not be clean. But being that it broke out, to answer your question, Sneehal, being that it broke out, that kind of really didn't do anything for me. I just, looking at this, I was looking for the break of this low so I can hit this target and get in my trade. I think it would have been very advantageous to take a DS long. And as you can see, it did not even set up. It did not even set up, because this would be our 630 candle. So it would have to have been this actually 630 starts roughly, can be 628 sometimes, but 630 roughly starts, how would I say, the time frame for that DS strategy. All right, so let me see here. In other words, double top, second lower high means bearish, second. Yes, that's correct. What setup did you use to trade that overnight trade 4300? It's called it's an overnight strategy called the 5-0. Since my max per day is 300, is there any leeway if I slightly go over? There is no leeway. No leeway, y'all. Remember, with these prop firms, there is no leeway. Everything is by the book. By the book. To the cent. If you go over $301, you have breached the consistency rule. Now, the thing about just going over $1, your payout threshold amount won't really go up because it's only $1. But let's err on the side of caution, right? Let's be smart. Let's protect our accounts. You know what I'm saying? Let's treat our accounts with the utmost respect, as well as the rules. If it's 300, it's 300. Don't go over that. So, my max loss, yes. So no max loss. That's right, Q. No max loss. We're back to those again. So no max loss limit, no daily loss limit. Your daily loss limit will kick in once you get to the payout threshold. Let me explain. So you're trading in your account. No max loss limit, meaning before that account blows, the account has to get to zero, meaning nothing left. The thing that's so great about that is that gives you all the opportunity to get the account back up versus having a 2,000 or 3,000 max drawdown, and then once you hit that, the account blows. The only way the accounts can blow now, the account has to get to a zero balance. And as I stated, that gives you so much time to get that account back up, right? Now, once your account reaches the daily, once your account reaches the payout threshold in TEF, then what will happen is your daily loss limit will kick in at that point. Now, if you would think, well, why would it kick in once I reach the payout threshold? That's because if you look at it for what it is, that is a safety mechanism. You guys know the Edge Funder is a prop firm that was created by traders for traders. So you got to think these rules were, these rules were made based on the way a trader thinks, not just someone trying to make some money, right? So the daily max loss limit kicking in once you hit the payout threshold, as I said, that is a security for your account. What is that going? How is that going to help you? It's going to keep you from not going to say blowing the account, but it's going to keep you, how would I say, more disciplined. Because if you reach the daily max loss limit, the account is going to shut you out. It won't blow, of course, but it'll shut you out, and you have to wait 24 hours to come back and trade on the next session, which is good, because that protects you. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate that. Also, that's my guy in my ear, just letting me know some stuff. But anyway, appreciate that. So, also, it allows you to still get payouts, right? Because you're above the payout threshold. So, the daily max loss limit is just there as a security. Just look at it that way. It's like a safety blanket. That's all it is. It's just a safety blanket. So, now with that stated, I think that the no max loss limit is definitely a game changer, and I'm not saying that because I am the brand ambassador of the Edge Funder. I'm saying that as a trader. I'm speaking as a trader. I think that is probably one of the most amazing rules for any prop firm. Because for me, I feel like even if that account, that 25K hypothetically speaking, is down to $1,000 in that account, I still can live to fight another day. So you can bring the account back. Soak It Insider, use this as an example again. He went down 6,500 in his demo account. Took him about a month, but he brought it back to profitability. So I know, regardless where your account is or how much in drawdown you are, you can bring that account back. It might take you some time, but if you really truly exercise your disciplines and you lock in, you can bring that account back with losses too. With losses. So just keep that in mind. Now, with that stated, I would also say now is the time to lock in on them accounts, man. Go grab them accounts. It only makes sense for what's going on. There's no other prop firm that's giving you no max loss limit. None. Nowhere near even close. They all have their max loss limit. Like depending on the account size, right? 25K is 1,500, 50K is 3,000. 100K is can be about 4,500, right? No, excuse me, like 3,500, something like that. 2,500, just depending on the prop firm. Also, on the 150K, it's like what, 4,500 there. So think about it. After that, your account's done. At least on these accounts, you can still rock. You can go down 10 bands on that 25K, be at 15K in your amount, the amount that you have left in your account, but you can still trade that account, and you still have the opportunity to bring it back. I think that's a game changer for a number of reasons, not just for the sake that the account doesn't blow, but also it gives you the opportunity to fight. And that's one thing that I truly believe in trading, right? What do we say? We keep our risk, manage our leverage for one main thing, to make sure that we can trade another day. We always want to live to trade another day. And no max loss limits definitely promote that. They allow you to trade. They allow you to live to trade another day. So be smart. I would say if you're going to get TF accounts, now would be the time. If you had accounts before this announcement, those accounts will still have a max loss limit. They'll still be under the old rules. Only these new accounts purchased from here until our co-founders let us know. They will all have the no max loss limit. You can definitely use my code up there, TrendTEF, in my scroll bar. You see that? You can use that. And that'll definitely get you 20% off. Also, too, you go leave a Trustpilot review. Go read the announcement in the Discord. You can also get 30% off. So you got some few options on how to save some money. All right, let me get into the comment section. If I remember correctly, Trent said for the CB entry is around, right? That's correct. That's absolutely correct, Bodovan. 926, 927, we start looking. 928-ish, we start looking. Once again, based on the characteristics. And you guys know all of this stuff is never the same every day, right? Every day we come to the charts, it's a totally different trading day. So some days CB might not pop out till 6:30, 6:35. Sometimes it might pop out a little bit early than that, if it does. So just keep that in mind. Yep, that's exactly what it was, Bodovan. Good call. Let me put that up there. As Bodovan stated, so I guess it was a fake breakout before market open. It was a fake breakout. You see how it went up and then it came back down. You know what I mean? So good call on that. If you took the break above, would have gotten faked out. Absolutely. All right, Bodovan, thanks. Right. We should call it consolidation box, CB, instead of chop box. Well, this is the thing, Bodovan. It was called chop box because that is what my coach and mentor named it. So out of respect for him, chop box. But I totally get your sentiment. Absolutely. You're welcome, Sneehall, no problem. So you're trading with your personal money when trading overnight? No, I'm actually, I have 5 Lucid accounts, 150Ks. That's what I do overnight. Referring to that CB question, is it a hit or miss? The first move is likely the wrong move was the previous tip of the day. Ha ha. Somebody's watching. Somebody's paying attention. It's my trusted confidant right there. Look at what Serena said. Referring to the CB question, it's a hit or miss. The first move is likely the wrong move. That was the previous tip of the day. Yep. Yep. Good call, Serena. Serena be on her. You be on your game. For real. That's what's up. Kaz, is that for existing accounts? Yes. I'm sorry. It's for new accounts, not for existing. And I may have answered that already. On the new max loss limit accounts, we still have it right. Just as Serena stated, actually, let me jump here, get a little bit better. So just as Serena stated, one thing to always remember on the new max loss accounts, we still have a daily max profit of 20%. So the consistency rule definitely stays. That's the only thing that does not change, no matter where your account is. You know what I mean? So just always keep that in mind. It will always be, how would I say, we still haven't gotten to our tip of the day, but it will always be a 20% consistency rule, no matter where you are in your account. Even if you're at the payout threshold, it's still 20%. Just remember, no matter what goes on, it will always be 20% consistency rule in TEF accounts, no matter what the other rules are. So always keep that in mind. All right. Question. On a daily pink line, we only remove them during New York session, only when hit. That's correct. That's correct, Mr. Cologne. It's just Mathis. Welcome, my brother. How did you and Juvier connect? Actually, I became a member of the Inner Circle. And I was in the Inner Circle. And I don't know, just my nature, I just started helping everybody in there. Because once again, it kind of goes back to how I started this, why I started this live stream. I just saw a need where, you know, being new, in between being new and showing up on the charts, it's a huge gap right there. And I'm blessed. I'm pretty, you know, computer savvy. I got a master's degree in information systems. You know what I'm saying? I have a bachelor's in IT, cybersecurity, cyber terrorism. Like, I'm blessed. The Lord blessed me with a good, intelligent mind. So computers are my thing. I'm a little nerdy. I got a little bit of that in me. So helping everyone, and I just seen a lot of people just having problems, stumbling, things that I was just figuring out immediately just because I got that, you know, that IT background. So I was just helping a lot of people, you know, just showing them like, hey, no, do this, and this. You don't have to do this. You know, just a lot of different things. It was so many different things I was helping in the Inner Circle that Juvier just hit me up and said, say, hey, man, I want to give you lifetime membership, and I just want you to continue to keep doing what you're doing. Just continue to keep helping people in the chat, man. I really appreciate you. You are a beacon of light in the community, you know, all of that stuff. And I was like, cool. Gave me the lifetime membership. Then he hit me up like 2-3 months later. He was like, yo, I know I said I was going to give you the lifetime membership. He's like, but man, I want to put you on payroll. And here we are. So I I give that credit to my grandparents to give me the work ethic that I have and the ability to always want to help someone. So I give them that credit of instilling those things in me, and that's why I'm here in this seat, and that's why I am a part of the Inner Circle and also the Edge Funder. So shout out to them. All right, so that was for you. It's just Mathis. So should I take the 5-0 on? No, Q. So let me explain. Let me say this. Anybody that wants to take the 5-0, I do not recommend taking the 5-0 on no account less than 100K. No account less than 100K. So if you ask me, well, why? Okay. You guys know, if you read the PDF of the 5-0 for the ones that know the strat, you know that can be a lot of reentries. You want to give yourself enough room for that account to take some hits. 25K ain't it. There's nothing there. There's hardly no, okay. So on 25K, if you get a 25K TF, no max loss limit, yeah, okay, you can take it on there if you want to take it on there. Now, being that we have no max loss limit accounts on those accounts, on a 25K, Q, yes. Now, any other prop firm that does not have a max loss limit, heck no. You want to have at least a 100K account. That's why you guys, I told you I had 150K Lucids, right? So that's what I'm taking the 5-0 on. I want that account to be able to take some hits. I can go to sleep, wake up, and I don't have to worry about my account being blown. So on the no max loss limit, 25K, you can do that. Only on the no max loss limit accounts. Any other prop firm, no, because the max drawdown is $1,500. Your account won't survive. You have 3 days of, the 5-0 going against you. With that happens sometimes, you don't even get a chance to get a reentry. Excuse me, $1,000. That's right, $1,000. I know. See, the thing is, some prop firms are 1,000, some are 1,500. And I got Apex rules in my mind because it's one of the ones that I've traded the most. So I have those rules in my mind. But whatever the 25K drawdown is for that particular prop firm, it's going to be between 1,000 and 1,500. But the point is that if there's not a no max loss, then I would not use a 25K. I would only use 100 or 150K. But with the no max loss, yes, Q, you can. Because I forgot about that just that quick. I've definitely been fighting. Absolutely, Kara. You got to. You got to. The 30% off, you get the 30% off, Q, by leaving a Trustpilot review. Go into the TEF Discord, go to the announcement section, and it's in there. And my brother Juvier has a breakdown on how to do it. My account is negative 4,600. I must be doing something wrong. The market is always going against me. I use strategies, and still it's negative. I must be doing something wrong. Shy 2022, DM me on Discord. We'll get to the bottom of that. DM me. Sometimes you got to pop out and show. Yeah, that's what's up, JR. You very, very true. You got to pop out and show. Very, very true. T, I did the review for the reply. Am I waiting for an email for a code? You know what? I would have to, we can just go read it together. Let's just go in there and just read it together. Because I read it, but it's not like I read it in its entirety. So let's do this. Let's get there. Let me pull it up and we'll read it together. And then we'll just kind of go from there. All right, so here, and announcements, and where is it? Where is it? Right here. Okay, cool. Let me move this over. All right, so here we go. Let me get a little screen share going. All right, so I feel like I got to sneeze, y'all. All right, I'm good. Oh, just want to play with me. Okay, cool. Thought it was about to come on, but it's not. It's just probably like catch me off guard. All right, so here you go. We want your honest feedback. And this is what he says. As a thank you, anyone who leaves a review will receive a 30% discount code. Leave your honest feedback here. I got the link for you. Once you left your review, message my assistant to receive your discount code. So you got to go into the Discord. You got to put at Juvier EA, right? And send a message to at Juvier EA that you left your review. Put your name, make sure you put the name that the review was on under so they can, confirm that. And then you receive your discount code. It's going to have to be a DM, of course, right? That's what I would say. So you want to click this and then just type in here. That'll be a DM. And then you receive the code in your DM. All right. So got through that. All right. Let's jump back here. Let me get back in the comment section. Okay. So on your overnights, are you using TEF and TradingView? I'm using my Lucid accounts overnight. When can move down based on his character, based on characteristics? I like that. I like that, Nico. Nico's like, I'm going to lean on him for some characteristic answer. You know what? Honestly, let's look at what's going on. Look at this, y'all. Let me screen share. Kind of what we were talking about earlier. Check this out. Look at this. Up, almost kind of down, right? Almost, and then back up again. Almost like a double bottom, kind of close, but just kind of like give you guys an example. You would want to see something like this to know that there's bullish sentiment on a double bottom. Kind of like what I showed y'all when I used when I used this tool up here. But this is what you would want it to look like on a double bottom. All right, so let's get back here, and we're gonna get into tip of the day. Great morning, everyone. Absolutely, sure. I just said he's love it. We're on top of the 8% line. How does it affect price movement, if any? All right, so being on top of the 8% line, remember, the 8% line is what? It's our macro bias, right? Macro bias, right? So remember how I told y'all, I don't, with the 8% lines, if price came all the way very, very close to the 8% line, I would not look to sell off it. I would not look to sell off it. Like if price came down here, I wouldn't be looking for sales. That's just me. I would be looking for buys. Now, does that mean price is not gonna sell? Of course, price can dip down 1,000 points. But me personally, when price is close to the 8% line, even a 2025 8% line, I wasn't looking for sales off that. I was only really looking for buys off that. And once again, that's just based on the characteristics. All right. Let's see here. I truly appreciate you, my guy. You helped me a few days ago with TF, broke that thing all the way down for me. You're welcome, my brother, anytime. Shai said, okay. No, you message his assistant. There you go. Thanks, Life. Appreciate you, Life More Efficient. Look at that light for that squeeze. What do you mean by Lucid accounts? They're a prop firm called Lucid. Let me show you. Right here. Lucid Trading. And that is lucidtrading.com. Yeah, I like these accounts. They have some pretty cool. I do the Lucid Flex on these. If you go through, they have Flex. They have like three different styles. I like the Flex account. You just got to go through and read everything. But this is what I use for my overnight trading. And then also you got to remember this. Using TEF overnight with the consistency rule, it doesn't allow you to sleep, right? Because think about it, you could breach it. And then what do you have to do? You have to like try to you'll have to try to lose money, right? To get under the consistency rule. So once again, I really would not recommend using TEF for the overnight strategy. Of course, you can do that now. If you do use TEF, that means you just can't let the trade run. You would have to set your TP right below or right at where your 20% consistency rule threshold is, right? If it's 300, 600, 1200, whatever it is, then you just would want to make sure if you happen to go to bed and let the trade run overnight, make sure you set your TP. So this way, if price hits that, you're good to go. So just keep that in mind. So you can use a TF account, but you have to be super diligent. The reason why I like the Lucids is because it allows me to just like I ain't got to worry about nothing. As long as I got my stop loss set, in my entry in there, I go, because I don't set a TP on my 5-0 trades. I let them run. That's how I trade them. I don't take base hits on those at all. I'm trying to go to the Lambo store the next day off my 5-0 trade. For real, for real. Like I like to let mine run. Period. What do you mean? Okay, so I got it. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. You'll have to do a short video on Lucy one day, big bro. Absolutely. Super good morning, chat. I'm super late today. It's all good. What's up, Soy Sizzle? On the 5-0, I use CF and set my TP. Absolutely. This is what you would need to do. If you're going to use the 5-0 on TF, this is what you need to do right here. That right there is what I just stated. Set your TP at the 20% level. You can do the math on that. You know how many ticks it is. Set your TP so you can go to sleep if the trade is still running. And when you wake up, only one or two things, it can only be one of three things. Either you're still going to be in the trade, price hit your TP, you met your consistency rule, you're good, or it's going to stop you out. Very simple. Very, very simple. You can sleep peacefully. Because I went to sleep on my 5-0 last night and woke up to now at 3 in the morning, well, roughly 3-ish. I was just waking up. So it hit 5 bands, so I missed that. I closed out around 4,300, 4,400, 43 and change. I'm good with that. It's no problem. When I get my live account, I will let them run. Absolutely. That's another thing too. Man, I feel you. I've been killing the 5-0 on demo. 1 micro. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So, all right. So let's jump in the tip of the day. I wanted to make sure I got all them questions in for y'all. All right. Tip of the day today is don't trade every session the same way. Do not trade every session the same way. What are we talking about here? Think about what we're talking about. Don't trade every session the same way. Because think about it. Every session ain't the same. Think about that. Every session is not the same. What you say, Serena, reentry did just that for me last night without me even knowing until an hour late. Absolutely. Yep. I got in, I took the reentry, and I just let it rock. But yeah, so don't trade every session the same way. Nice tip here. Reason being is every session is different. Price action moves different every session, every 3 hours. Every price is always moving different, right? But we're going to speak from a session perspective. The reason why we don't trade every session the same way, because remember, the story is always different. Remember how I put y'all in my brain on what I was thinking when I took the trade that I took. You saw all the different, like I put y'all in my brain and just tell y'all what I was thinking. Like that's all I was looking at. That's why I always say, like, if there's no story, there's no trade. If there's a story, then you have something to go off of, right? You have some confluences, you have some levels, you have some things that can give you some general ideas of where or what you think price may do, right? So, by the way, I only trade the 5 on my TF accounts. I have 4 of them. After today, I'll have over 7K in payouts from those accounts. Fire. Nice. 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 Good stuff, brother. So, the reason why we don't trade every session the same is because the story changes on every session, right? Due to price action. So think about this. New York open versus New York lunch session. Y'all already know the volume is going to be different, right? You already know that. You already know New York open is going to have way more volume than New York lunch session. It is what it is. That's the characteristics we know about NQ. Period. Because remember, there's tons of volatility shifts with the tickers that we trade. They're all different. They all have their own characteristics, but there's a ton of volatility shifts. It's just what it is. So being that we know that, we understand that every session is going to be different. And that means what? You have to adjust your strategy to that, right? You have to know when to sit on your hands, looking at price action like, it's choppy. I'm not about to mess with that. You're going to sit on your hands. So that's why it's very important to understand that we don't trade every session the same way because the story is very different. So just always keep that in mind. Now, any questions, any concerns, anything that y'all want to talk about? And I'm gonna say it. Go grab them no max loss limit accounts. Straight up. And you can use my code just the way it's written. Trend TEF down in my scroll bar. It's case sensitive, so the code has to be entered the same way you see it in my scroll bar. Yeah, man. Get them accounts and get rocking. Other than that, Q, absolutely. That's the power of copy trading. He's not trading one account at a time. He's copy trading. That's the power of that. So I always tell y'all, the power is not in one account. I mean, the power is not in profit. It's in the amount of accounts that you have. If you can copy trade those, you kill it. Just give you a good example. Last night, if I only traded one account, I'll be up 4,300 and change, almost 4,400, whatever. I have 5 accounts. So that's what? It's like 22,000. That's the difference. I still took the same trade, still took one trade, but it compounded in 4 other accounts as well. That is the power of copy trading. And think about it. Even if I didn't make $4,000, let's say I only made $200, I still made $1,000. And I only took one trade. So remember that. The power is not in the amount of profit. It's in the amount of accounts you have when you're copy trading. So that's the best thing I can tell you about copy trading. So if we don't have any questions, any concerns about this tip, just remember, don't trade every session the same way, and understand that you will have to adjust your strategy depending on what the story is telling you. If the story is choppy, we're sitting on our hands. Y'all know that. I just use that as a little example. So the story has to make sense. And if there's no story, there's no trade. Absolutely. That's what's up. Yeah, Soy Sizzle will tell you. Look, you ready? You really put me on copy trading. I'm telling you. And you know who put me on copy trading? My big brother and co-founder of the Edge Funder, Scalp God. He put me on that. Our first one-on-one that we had after we went through a bunch of stuff, he hit me with that at the end. And I was like, copy trading? Wait. Explain that to me again. So I can take one trade and it copies into the rest of the accounts? He was like, yeah. He just started laughing because I know he saw my wheels spinning. I was like, hold on. Okay. And then I just grilled him about that. I asked him a ton of questions. And when I got off that one-on-one with my big brother, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I was so enlightened by the information that I had received. And you got to remember too, I am green as the leaves outside on these trees. I know nothing. All I know is the name of the community I'm in, the inner circle. When it came to trading, I knew nothing. So trust me. That was like a huge eye opener. And ever since then, that's all I ever tried to. I went and got 20 accounts, and so if y'all wonder how I got up to 300 blown accounts, that's how. I was only trading 20 accounts at a time. I have never traded one prop firm account. I've never owned one prop firm account from a particular prop firm. I've always owned the max. If 5 was the max, I bought 5. If 20 was the max, I bought 20. Like that's how I did my trading game. Because I understood the power of Copy trading. You don't need a lot of profit when you copy trade. 20 accounts, if you made $100, you just made $2,000 off $100. Think about that. That's where the power is. The power is in the amount of accounts that you have. Well, let me say this. The power is in the amount of accounts that you're copy trading, not in the amount of profit. So going back to our tip of the day, we're going to just run back through it again. Just remember, don't trade every session the same. And your strategy will always have to adjust depending on what the story is telling you. So, yeah, talk about wheel spinning, right? Just want to first trade of the day. One more, and I've reached a profitable day on the 25K account. First trade of the day. That's what's up. So let me ask you this. It's just math. I would recommend being one and done. If you made money, be one and done. But that definitely congrats on that, my guy. For real, for real. But yeah, work on being one and done. Reason being is when we make profits and we go back into the market, we are taking a risk on giving that back. We don't want to give that back. And then also, too, that can also turn into revenge trading. Yep. Because you made money. You went back into the market. Well, you were profitable. You went back into the market. You were non-profitable. That's going to pique your brain to want to go back into the market. And that can be catastrophic. That's what's up. See? Let me put this out there. Let me put this out there because Soak is a great example for, all right. Reason why I'm putting this up here is because, as I told y'all, Soak went down in his account 6,500, and this goes to the no max loss limit. This is like a segue into that, right? So just think, if there was a max loss limit, even though he was on his demo account, we're still gonna use this as an example, right? Because he's been demo trading. He's smart man. He ain't trying to just jump out there on a live account. He wants to get good at what he's doing and feel comfortable first. So Soak went down 6,500 on his demo account, literally in the red. We had a little talk, he and I. Before you know it, 30 days later, the account was up. And ever since then, that account has continuously kept growing. Now, he's taken some losses. He has some non-profitable days, but that's neither here nor there. What that tells me is that he was managing his risk and he was also managing his leverage. He was not over leveraging. That's what that tells me. Because I know every trade he took did not win, was not profitable. And not that he told me that, I'm just saying I just know that just from being an experienced trader. So that tells me a couple of things. He was being very, very disciplined in what he was doing. He was executing. You can only do that through execution. That ain't no luck. That ain't no just a couple of days you had some great. He was truly executing. He truly locked in. Now his account is up 1,700 now on that account. So to segue into the no max loss accounts on TEF, you have the ability to do that. But you can't do that if there was a max loss limit on that account. So just keep that in mind. Yep. But that's fire, bro. That's what's up. That's how you lock in. And don't get in your head that, oh, well, just because my account is this low, I'm just gonna reset it. No, don't bail out. Don't reset it. I don't care where that account is. Trade it. Don't reset it. Resetting it to me is cheating in a sense. It's easy. It's like just backing out, like, all right, I'm gonna throw the towel in. No, we don't throw the towel in. We're gonna keep fighting and trading until we get our accounts back up. That's how it works. So just keep that in mind. Even if it's only $70, I need to make at least $150 for it to be considered. Oh, got you. It's just math. Got you. Okay, cool. Understood. Thanks for explaining. Understood. I see what you're saying. You're trying to make your profitable day. Got you. Makes sense. All right, what we got? Oh, 2,800 on my silver, 5-0 demo after just shy of a month too. See? Thank you. Just live, great teaching once again. Blessed rest of all y'all's days. That's what's up, Renee. Have a great day. So 600 ticks is 300 profit, trying to make sure I'm calculating it right. On one, I believe that's correct. Yeah, on one, that's right, because you're trading one micro. Is that right? Yeah, that got to be right. Yeah, it is right. That's correct. Yeah, because 1 micro is 50 cents tick value. So right, to get 600 ticks times 50 cents, $300. That's correct. Who we got? I can't say your name, Wakjur. I can't say your name. It's gonna say Big Dub. Hi, bro. Hello. Just let me know. Good job. I like this. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Correct on 1 micro. Thank you. Absolutely, absolutely. So I think today was a pretty decent day today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every day is a good day, but today was a pretty decent day because not only did we come and we learn and it was able to touch on so many different topics that, I mean, not that, we also made some money. And with that, that's just, man, that's a great day. So can't really ask for more. Other than that, do y'all have anything for me? If y'all have nothing for me, we're going to get up out of here and we're going to look to end this week green. Doing pretty good right now. Last couple of days for me have been a little I don't think did I take a trade yesterday? No, I did not take a trade yesterday. And I don't think I took a trade the day before. Yeah, I think this is my first trade of the week. I did take a demo trade. I'm talking about live trade. So far we're looking good. Let's keep the momentum going. And how to get you Telegram channel, another bro. Keep hearing y'all say 5-0. What strategy is that? It's a strategy that was taught in the inner circle. Also, too, the co-founder has it on his Asia strategy. The co-founder Scalp God has it on his YouTube channel. You can go on Scalp God's YouTube channel and go check it out. And let's see here. Where are you? Yeah. So this is the thing. So it's an overnight. It's the strategy that we only trade during Asia. Life more efficient. And starting Sunday, I gotta talk to one other person, and her. Actually, I gotta talk to Serena, and her and I will talk within the next day or so. Because I definitely want to get her input on a couple of things starting on Sunday. So starting Sunday, I'm going to be doing an evening live stream. Starting Sunday, it'll be at market open. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern or 3 p.m. Pacific. And I'll start streaming on overnight session, 30 to 45 minutes at the most. We're just going to all of us get on there together, take the 5-0, understand it, ask some questions, place our entry, and then we're gonna jump off real quick. The thing about the overnight session is going to be a members only live stream. So in order to be on, you have to become a member in the Genius Vault. And that's pretty much how I'm gonna rock it. $8.99, 45 cents a day. It's chump change. Like literally. I'm just making you, I did it, I made the price super, and we talked about this a few days ago. I'm just going to speak on it and I'm just going to get off it. I made the price super affordable just so this way I just wanted people to be in there that truly want to invest into themselves. I just didn't want people just showing up and just asking a bunch of questions and, you know what I mean? Not really being productive. I want to be a productive live stream. So I feel like anyone that's really serious about their trading, they're going to invest into themselves. And if you can't spend $8.99 to make hundreds of dollars every day, it's $8.99 a month, but every day you have the potential to make hundreds of dollars, literally. So think about that trade-off. It's nothing. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, that'll start Sunday. Like I said, I'm gonna talk to a couple of my people within the next day or so, just to kind of I got some ideas in my head about some things. And then other than that, but Sunday we're gonna be rocking. I'll put the announcement out here within the next, today's Wednesday, probably Thursday, maybe. If not tomorrow, I'll do it on Friday. Come with a good announcement in both Discords, Inner Circle, and TEF. And then we'll just go from there. So let's see here. When can I get discount code? Only for one account. Would like to get 2 accounts. Nah. Yeah, just keep using it. Yeah, just keep using it. Oh, you talking about the 30% discount code? Yeah, it's only going to be for one account. Yeah, you'll be able to use the 30% code. Oh, you can use the code as much as you want, Ben. Oh, there it is. There it is. See, that part I didn't know. How you sign up? Go Ta15235. Welcome, my brother. Go into YouTube channel and right on the page you'll see become a member. Just click it and then boom, it's good. Yep, real simple. Just wherever it says become a member. Matter of fact, I can show it to you. Let's see here. Make sure I'm on the regular. I'm not on in my account. Where is it at? Let me go to my channel right here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, right here. Let me go there and let me screen share so I can show y'all. Well, for the ones that don't know where it's at, it'll be right here. All you gotta do is click this button right here. Join. And there you are. You'll be in a Genius Vault. Right. The 20% code works all the time. That's correct. The 30% doesn't. That's what I thought. So let me clear that up. Right. It's all good. So it says, are you good? So, yeah, me too. When you said that though, because I know you're like an account executive. That's pretty much what I tell everybody in the community. You are the account executive for TEF. But yes, so the 20% code, Mr. Cologne, will constantly work. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate. Thank you, Wally. I appreciate you. The 20% code is unlimited. The 30% code will only be for just one account. It's just a one-time use on the 30% code. The 30% code is the one that you get for leaving a Trustpilot review, the one that we talked about. Ty, appreciate you, my guy. That's what's up. We're going to get in there and we're going to get it rocking. And then also, too, y'all, I also have some members-only content that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a lot of things for the members. So just bear with me. Got a lot of stuff going on. And not that it's going to take forever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying moving forward, it's going to be a lot of members-only content. We're going to have our members-only live stream. We're going to be doing some different things. I'm here for everyone. But for the members, those are people that just want to take a little bit, have a little bit closer look, take a little bit deeper dive. So with that said, my thing is this. I always want to make sure for y'all that I am over-delivering. That's my thing. I have to over-deliver. That's how I feel. That's how I think. So with that stated, that's what that's about. So the members, they're definitely going to get a lot more than the regular community because I have to provide value where the value is, right? So everybody gets me, but the members get just a little bit more. If you want a little bit more, become a member. It's real easy. $9 a month. Can't beat that. Yep. Absolutely. I'll put this up, Serena. Absolutely. Stop loss depend on the account size and the strat. You just need to calculate your stop loss risk and adjust accordingly. Absolutely. Absolutely. My trusted confidant. I'm telling you, Serena be on point, y'all. She'd be on point. I appreciate you too, Pete. Other than that, man, if we don't have anything, we're at right at 2 hours. We're gonna jump out of here. Had a great, had a pretty solid day today. This is how it is in trading, right? We're gonna have solid days. We're gonna have days that are not gonna be so solid. It just comes with territory. But the thing is what? The main thing, we live to trade another day. All right, with that stated, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate everyone who tapped in. If you made money today, your accounts should be logged off. Your chart should still be up. Protect that capital. What's my guy's name? I think it's Just Mathis. Yeah, it's Just Mathis. When you're going into the market, bro, just be super diligent. You know what I mean? Don't be too over aggressive, just to make sure that your profits doesn't turn into into non-profit. So just keep that in mind. Thank you. As Serena, I knew you was coming. Todd, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. That's for Todd. Appreciate that, my guy. And definitely, man, Bodovan, I appreciate you too as well. That's my other trusted confidant, Mr. Bodovan. But other than that, man, we're going to get out of here. As I stated, man, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Shout out to my brothers, the Edge Funder co-founders, Juvier, Scalp God. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Other than that, we live to trade another day, man. Definitely see y'all tomorrow, same time, same Trade Genius channel. And let's keep this momentum going, man. Let's keep this momentum going. All right, man. Y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. Definitely catch y'all tomorrow. Yay!